Good afternoon and welcome to Day 4 of the Stay Alive webinar. Today I want to stress how important it is to begin the research and planning phase of your adventure as soon as you have identified your destination. The longer you have, the more thorough can be your research. It is this part that often is critical in ensuring your survival. I cannot overemphasize the importance of doing this part thoroughly, as the better you are prepared, the easier it becomes to formulate a Plan B strategy when something unexpected happens. In many cases, this part is easily overlooked, and many have paid the price with their lives for failure to do so. Your life is extremely important, not only to you and your immediate family, but also your friends and business associates, who depend on you in more ways than you can imagine. Planning and preparation for your adventure begins the moment you commit. Get to know your destination and surrounding area up to and including your nearest town or village with a population of at least 5,000 or more. Research your route options and, if possible, opt for the scenic route. Identify options in areas 200 miles or 300 kilometers apart. Diarize to make a reservation at least 3 months in advance and confirm cancellation policy and flexibility of date of occupancy. In order to maintain momentum, you need to keep engaged and maintain regular contact with participants. You need to secure a dedicated journal to keep track of all decisions taken. Nominate that secretary to monitor that everything stays on track. Draft and define a plan of action. Formulate and record which member of your group is responsible for which aspects. Draft and define your timetable. Set up a private group on social media. You should have a meeting at least once a month and closer when nearer time of departure. The secretary must follow up to ensure everyone remains on track. The ultimate objective should be defined and recorded in the journal. Activities on the adventure should remain flexible as the trip unfolds. In order to maintain cordial relationships with all members of the group, decisions should be confirmed by a simple majority of support in the group. Need to be an integral part of the group from the outset and carry their fair share of research and planning. The secretary is to confirm all variations and deviations from draft plan of action via social media immediately they happen. One of the first requirements is to ensure when, then where, and then how. Confirm at one of your earlier meetings that all potential group members can commit to the intended date of departure and duration of the adventure. Ensure that their availability is sufficiently flexible to accommodate 10 to 20% deviation from planned duration, especially if emergency situations arise. Essential information for determining departure and return dates. If the adventure revolves around a specific or annual event or occurrence, know the dates of such activities. When heading to remote destinations, it is imperative that you know the potential weather conditions and that you have all the right equipment to handle any form of bad weather. Research the frequency of storms, hail, floods. Know the temperature extremes that you might encounter. Always be prepared for extremes. Always be prepared for the worst. Do you have experience driving in snow? If not, ensure you have sufficient time to learn these skills from a suitable driving school. If you have never driven in off-road conditions, I would seriously recommend that you also go to a suitable driving school and learn those skills before undertaking your adventure. Should your research show that there are several river crossings at your destination, then also I would seriously suggest that you take a course on how to transverse rivers in your 4x4 SUV. If you have little or no knowledge on emergency vehicle maintenance and repairs, I would seriously suggest that you undertake training so that you are competent to handle unusual conditions on your adventure. Brush up on your knowledge of skills for any areas of special interest.